portion of the news brought to you by McDonald's. McDonald's, I'm loving it.
A special 6th grade class from Grand Bahama got the challenge of their life when they visited the police force's headquarters today.
Clint Watson tells us tonight that it's a message the nation's top cop hopes will resonate with every parent and every young person as well.
There's no shame in doing what is right. There's no shame in reading your lessons. No shame in staying in your books. No shame in being a good Bahamian. If the Bahamas is going to survive, we need you.
Commissioner of Police Allison Greenslade recognizes that winning the war on crime requires raising a different kind of generation. He told 6th grade students from Grand Bahama's Sunderland Baptist Academy who visited the police force's East Street headquarters Wednesday that it's important for them to return to the good old principles of living.
If you are not in church, start this weekend. Take your children to church. When all else fails, the only thing that prevents a child from entering a life of crime and following bad company is when that child has his or her own conscience. And when you are not around, and the teachers are not around, that child has been so conditioned that the child says, you know what? No.
The children were completely attentive, and that believing in yourself, believing in who you are, believing in what your abilities are, that is what our young people need to hear. They need to hear the positives. Because it's so easy to talk about the negatives, but when these children hear the positive, they begin to believe that.
The 2015 National Primary School Student of the Year, Samaya Lundy, is a part of this class. In fact, during her interview, she further endorsed what the commissioner said about a balanced home structure and its importance in youth development. Samaya's teacher, Denise Minnis, happens to be the Teacher of the Year for Sunderland Baptist Academy, so producing the National Primary School Student of the Year was the icing on the cake to a good year. She too subscribes to the principle that a strong family structure is key for producing outstanding students that will contribute to society.
My parents, they push me and tell me to do my best and stick with what I'm loving to do. So I'm a very disciplined child, and I grew up in a home that I am well trained in.
So you believe the home training has a lot to do with it?
Yes, sir.
There's no question that Samaya's upbringing has made a difference with her. There's any issues, any concerns I have with Samaya, both of her parents come to school. There's never one, or there's never any question. I'm never questioned. It's like the old-fashioned way. They make me feel like they are old-fashioned parents, because when I was growing up, my parents were like that. The teacher's always right. They believe me. They trust what I say. And I think that has completely made the difference with her.
The 30 grade 6 students got the red carpet treatment on their 2-day visit to the capital. During their first stop at the police headquarters, they paid tribute to their former principal who participated in the official viewing of her husband, a former assistant police commissioner, Avery Ferguson. After that, the class received a full demonstration on the police compound, and then the all-time favorite, a visit with the fire branch. The group later had a chat with the commissioner in the Comstat room. And so for these students, it's been food for thought. They say the challenge from the commissioner really encouraged them to become positive contributors to the Bahamian society. And they say they're coming from a great class where that can be easily achieved. Clint Watson, ZNS Network News.
A full military funeral service will be held for retired Assistant Police Commissioner, the late Avery Evans Ferguson, at Christ Church Cathedral this Thursday at 11 a.m. Today, Mr. Ferguson remains laid in repose in the foyer of the Paul Farquharson Conference Center at Police Headquarters for public viewing. The native of Exuma began his policing career as a recruit constable in 1951, where he worked in many areas in New Providence and Grand Bahama. Mr. Ferguson's dedication to duty was rewarded with the Colonial Police and Long Service and Good Conduct medals. Ferguson retired on September 30th, 1980. He was then appointed Assistant Commandant of the Police Reserves in January 1990. 3 years later, he was appointed to the Police Service Commission, where he served until his demise. Ferguson passed away at the age of 82 on May 26th.
This portion of the news was brought to you by McDonald's. McDonald's, I'm loving it.